Okay, so this is a fun section now. This is the AI agents section. And once you open it up, you typically see the getting started page in which it's going to tell you about some statistics about how after hours you're going to be losing customers every single day if you are not responding to your leads, whether through voice or through text. And so, as it says here, the numbers don't lie. You don't want to lose your leads. You want to respond to them instantly. And so whether it's through avoiding missed calls, missed web chats, text messages, whatever it may be, you don't want to miss a call. And so this is essentially how you're going to do it. It's through their either sales agents, which is the conversation AI, where it can text your leads, or the voice AI, which will be replacing your voicemail. Now, if we come to the voice AI section, you have the ability to see the dashboard as the first thing in terms of how many phone calls it has taken and various other statistics surrounding that. Or you can come to the agent list and you'll be able to see which agents are available. If you don't have one, you would click on the create agent. Otherwise, if you're using my template, then we have one created for you. Now, I like to name my agent Jamie. I gave it a female voice. I think it sounds very realistic. I'm not going to play it in this particular video because it's always changing and updating, getting better. But in my particular template, I have it with a set of variables and in a certain specific formatting. Now, the beginning is straightforward. You just have to replace this section here that tells you to replace it with your company name. Replace this with the areas that you're willing to service, or if you service an entire state, for example, just put the entire state and then put your niche in here. Don't change anything else that you see here. These are referencing the variables. So once you already put the answer there, it's going to know and it's going to call it. Now, this is my own way of setting up the AI agent, and this type of formatting doesn't usually come with the default AI agent. This is just my own way of doing it. And of course, this is always changing, but this is the one that I have set up. What I like to do is I like to have a few different things, like, for example, call transfer. If the AI agent asks to be transferred to a human, in that case, I don't want to force them to stay on the line. And so I will give the ability to forward to a physical phone number. And of course, if you're not available, it'll just go to your voicemail, or you can remove that if you want. And I also have the appointment booking action. And so this AI agent is able to book appointments if you have a calendar connected and you are set up for that. And this is great for after hours when somebody wants to learn when your next availability is. It can actually go ahead and automatically book them on your calendar so that when you wake up in the morning, you'll see that you've already got an appointment scheduled throughout the week. And then, of course, during the call, it will update their first name, last name, address, and the city of the lead if it has collected all that information, and usually it does. There's a knowledge base that it can pull from, and there's various other call settings and things that are most likely not going to be relevant to you right now, unless you run into particular types of issues, in which case you can play around with it and see. I'm not going to get into too many details here because it does change quite frequently, and not just the layout, but even the settings are changing within the GoHighLevel. But this is essentially what I have set up here. And of course, change the company name way down here at the bottom. Of course, if you are getting your entire account from me, then I've already set this up for you. But otherwise, this is how you would make small changes. It is safe to make small little changes to the wording here as long as you keep the formatting consistent. Like you see my opening and closing brackets for each section. Please don't mess around with those. But otherwise, this is flexible and you can change it around to explain what is going on there. If you want to test it, you can test it from either your computer or from your phone. In which case, you would select the phone number in your GoHighLevel account. You can type in your own phone number here, and then once you hit the call me button, it's going to go ahead and call you on your actual phone, and you can talk to it, test your agent, try to break it. If something's not right, you can adjust your prompt here to improve it and to make it better. And then from there, we go to the deploy section. Of course, you would need a phone number for this to work, and typically you want to leave this as a backup. You can have working hours for the agent. I leave it as 24/7. But if you want a custom schedule, like this only works at night or on weekends, you can adjust that too. If you have a chat widget, you can set this up as well. And then you just hit the save button. So that's essentially how the voice AI works. The knowledge base is here. You can create a new one or you can edit this. And from here, there's a web crawler, which is the easiest way to set this up. You just have to put your website there. and I like to change it to all URLs in the domain, and I put the entire website. Here you just put the homepage of your website. It'll scan as much of your website as it can, and it'll reference that when speaking to customers. Otherwise, if you have one specific page on your website that is a knowledge base or that is relevant, then you can go ahead and enter that there. Click on the Train This Page button or on the Select Pages to Train, and it'll do that accordingly. If you want specific frequently asked questions, you can add them here with a question and answer, and that'll go there in that section. The Conversation AI. Now, this is for the text messaging, and so it's very similar to the voice AI. You would have to come in here and create either a prompt-based bot or a flow-based builder. And for most cases, if you're trying to be like simple, then you would just use the prompt-based bot, explain what it is you're trying to do, and that will be it. From there, it'll be able to automatically send text messages to reply to people either after hours or 24/7, according to what you have set. There are some free agent templates that you can choose from for the voice or for the conversation, some of which are paid, some of which are free. You can see they usually don't have the greatest ratings, and some of them might not be relevant to your industry. And that's why I like to custom make my agents accordingly. And that is essentially it for the AI agents section.